Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the land of Antigua Shipyard, where we'll have at the 2 o'clock position the teal-colored Protoss, DrMoarGay, or as we'll be calling him for today, DMG. In the 8 o'clock position, cross positions here, we have vGSona, the green Zerg. And yep, this will be the MLG version of Antigua Shipyard with these lovely little supply depots down here. And yeah, I think we can expect to see a pretty good game. Both players, I believe, are in the Platinum League, and this is a game for the North American Daily, or Zeke. This guy's sending out his little drone scout. And yep, pylon placement, pretty standard. Everything is going normally. He's sending out his Overlord. I think that Overlord's heading, actually, by flight path. It looks like it's kind of going here. Not sure what that's about. Probe being sent out by DMG. Crone moving out some probes. And yeah, this is going to be the second round of the tournament. The tournament features all leagues, so there will be a lovely broad... Interesting. vGSona going straight for the cross-position scout. Interestingly enough. Rather than opting for a typical scout for one of the closer bases. Well, DMG is going to be sending his probe the wrong way, stealing some minerals off that main where nobody actually is. A little bit of fighting going on here. Battle of the workers. vGSona is going to grab a kill there, and he's going to get out unscathed. Gateway going up here for DMG. He's also grabbing his first gas. Meanwhile, over here we have a gas and a spawning pool going up. From vGSona, who's continuing to drone up pretty well. Looking in the unit counting station, 16 to 15, pretty even. No strange fluctuations thus far. Over there, this Overlord's just going to chill in this little area here. Not really sure why, but he does what he wants. vGSona popping in for another little scout. What does he see? Sees the cyber core going up. Oh, here. Looked like we missed a little bit of an encounter, but it would appear that the scouting probe got killed. So, yes, scouting probe was in fact killed. He's taking guys off gas, going for the fast speed, but opting to not continue gas. So we won't be seeing banelings, won't be seeing roaches, won't be seeing anything of that kind. Cybernetics core just going to be finishing up now, and he will go straight into the warp gate technology. Getting thrown here, ready to put up another gateway. Second gateway there. Zealot coming to complete that wall off, and we're seeing a relatively fast expansion out of vGSona, who's also sending out a couple of lings to go scout. This queen is going to come to the edge of the creep, sort of keep watch over her little ramp. And yeah, we're seeing the speed continuing to come up. Drones continuing to make their way out of their hatchery. He's gone back on gas, so we could be seeing some other shenanigans coming out pretty soon, but he's not going with any more lings. He's just gonna run into these two, pop in for a little bit of a scout, and yeah, the chrono boost being used on the cyber core for warp gate technology. A little bit of an extractor trick there, getting a bit supply blocked. Is gonna throw up an evolution chamber as well. Moving in here with the two lings, he's gonna see the wall up is complete, gonna try to lure that zealot away with a couple of knocks on that gateway. DMG, however, is adamant. He will just leave that zealot there. He does not need to kill those zerglings, he feels. This queen is just gonna go back. He's actually doing very well on those injects. Hasn't missed a single second on those injects. Lings continuing to beat away there. Does get inside the main. Will find the scout. He does see this 3 gates. He's gonna be going for zealot charge, interestingly enough. He's gonna try to take out a couple of probes. Gets one probe. Gets another probe. Not going to be focusing down the one probe. So he gets 2 probes, 2 probes and 2 lings. Pretty good trade for him. He's going to be getting a few lings, getting a spore crawler here. Saw the Twilight Council, saw the double gas. Figured, hey, could be some DT shenanigans, but not deciding to main any guys over there yet. He does have the Roach Warren up now, and we are seeing +1 melee upgrades, so that would imply more Zerglings, but couple of roaches on their way out. He's going to be moving out across the map. Of course, the zealots are already very good against zerglings. They'll be even better with the zealot legs. Throwing up a 4th gateway. and starting to get stalkers. Got this little probe down here. I'd assume he was sent to make a nexus, otherwise I don't really know why he went down there, but he kind of didn't. One Zergling slips in, doesn't see all that much though. He doesn't see the gateway over here, so he's still sort of in the dark on that fourth gateway. That doesn't really make that much of a difference at this point though, so the Zealot charge is just finishing up now. Taking a look at the workers here. It's still relatively even. 25 drones to 22 probes. And yep, a bit of an engagement here. The Lings are not going to be able to do very much against those Zealots who now have speed and charge. Couple more Lings at home, going for the Ling Roach. Still not seeing very good saturation on this natural expansion. And the Queen seems to have run away. The Queen is... I don't know where the Queen is. Oh, the Queen's spreading some creep, I think. But now she's back. Level 1 upgrade, melee upgrades will be almost finished. He's only got 2 guys mining in this gas. I can't help but wonder if that's deliberate or not. Lots and lots of gas being stockpiled here by DrMoarGay, who is now just expanding. Not sure what he's going to use all this gas for. He could really tech to any sort of direction he pleases and have enough gas to be... Ooh. Something just went up. Ah, he warped in a bunch of sentries. Hence the massive loss of gas. Going to start to transfer a couple drones over. I think he has both rally points set down there. Yes, he does. Going to be opting for a Roach heavy build now that he has those... that Roach Warren, and now that he knows about that Zealot charge. Sentries are going to be a very good unit to be using against both the Lings and the Roaches. Force field being able to absolutely obliterate armies if used properly. He's going to be going for the Carapace upgrade now. And the Dark Shrine is on the way. These Spore Crawlers have been a good investment, it would seem. And we don't see a forward pylon just yet. And he's got very good map vision with these Lings guarding the tower. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can actually get a forward pylon up to warp those DTs in without having to walk their long way across positions. There is a lair going up now, so we'll be able to get mobile detection with those Overseers. Got a big problem of oversaturation at this base, as opposed to this base, which, I mean, it's getting pretty good saturation. Could be getting a couple of gases here. Yeah, we're going to be seeing a Baneling nest. That's a very interesting idea, actually. I don't see that being very effective at all unless he's going to be going for drops. The sentries absolutely make Banelings 100% useless. And yeah, I mean, we're not seeing any DTs on the field yet. We saw a probe come down here. Lings intercepted and did very well, but there is a push coming out here. Pretty fierce push here with 5 sentries, 5 stalkers, and 6 zealots, naturally with charge. No upgrades on these guys yet, though. Versus the one attack on the Zerglings and the Carapace, which might be done before he hits. Lots and lots of roaches spawning now. He should be able to hold this without too much concern. Getting a nice little concave up. And yeah, we're seeing things continue. I'd say, given the current positions, at least in workers, vGSona is ahead. The saturation on this space is really terrible, especially with this many drones here. He's got more than twice as many drones up on this base. And he does have a bunch of Banelings now. He morphed those in after seeing the sentries, though. I'm not sure if that was the best of ideas. Putting up that forward pylon now. Will he warp into Dark Templar? Or will that Dark Shrine continue to go unused? The circling in here, has it seen much? I'm not sure. He seems to have gotten the full tour. He's seen the Dark Shrine, and he has the mobile detection up there. He's moved this Spore Crawler right up to the front. We'll be relocating the spines as well. Finally finding that Zergling and trying to kill him off, but instead he is going to get a couple of pot shots off on that gateway and will be locked in. Nothing really happening here. He has thrown in 2 Dark Templar into the mix of the rest of these gateway units. It'll be very interesting to see what happens here. He's got a Changeling walking up. Zergling goes forward, dies a painful death. Got a lot of Banelings, though. 10 Banelings. I don't know how effective that'll be if DMG can successfully get a couple of good force fields. Still seeing a heavy worker lead by vGSona, but he's really not... He's really taking his sweet time on getting that 3rd expansion. Seeing anything really... Level 1 upgrades. It looks like DMG is going to be going for a timing attack with the +1 weapons, taking down the back rocks to the 3rd, which won't really help that much since there is no 3rd. And the force fields land, but not very good force fields. The banelings are able to get in a couple of them, but he's retreating. He's able to kite the banelings, get minimal damage done, but the zealots are in front, and with melee damage being done by the terrible force field placement here. The roaches are being kited all the way away. This Protoss ground army faster than the roaches. A couple of pot shots being held off, but not. Oh, there's the engagement. No, not really. It's just sort of a game of chicken here, but DMG is losing tons of units just running away, and of course, vGSona absolutely able to shut that down with relative ease. I feel like DMG lost about half of his units before he even engaged, just because he was busy running away. He's going to be taking his third, both of them taking their thirds, and a gold going up for vGSona. Double expand, good idea by him, I'd say. He's going for the melee level 2, though, despite the large number of roaches he has, and that's something I think is very, very wrong. He has no lings and no banelings in this unit composition, but is going to be going for this instead. He's also got the infestation pit up, is going for pathogen glands, and the spire. Very, very good. We see the supply difference is absolutely mind-numbing. Oh, didn't bring detection, and the DTs will be able to slice and dice a couple of those and dissuade the attack from coming in. And he is able to stop a potential death blow from going into his base. But the Overseer has now come, and he'll be able to push up. But reinforcements have been warped in, a couple of cannons. He will move in to take out that third, though, and there's no way he can really stop this. Level 2 ground weapons coming up on the Protoss. At least he's getting the upgrades that are actually helpful for him. No offense, vGSona. Bit of long-distance mining going on at the gold here. And this massive army of roaches is going to be not moving in. Instead, it's just going to sort of sit there. But yeah, pathogen glands is almost complete. We'll be spreading some creep with that queen, who's accumulated quite a bit of energy. 3 infestors on the way. I feel like if he just pushed in about a minute and a half ago, he would have been able to win, but the push is going to come now. And level 2 weapons will not be done. No, actually, it might be done in time. Yeah, he's taking just long enough. He's going to get a little bit of a scout on. That's not a complete wall-off, so the changelings will be able to get a little bit of scouting information. Sees the 2 more gateways going up. Burrows coming up. He's getting quite a few infestors. This could be dangerous. 2 more infestors on the way. 3 on the field. And he's pulling all the way back. I feel like this is a big mistake. He still has a massive supply lead. But he had something like 3 times as much supply, and now it's only half. Massive lead in the drones, though, 70 to 39. And of course, DMG is sort of stuck in his base. It'll be very important to see whether or not the upgrades can be the difference here. Level 1 Carapace versus level 2 armor. Level 2 ground attack, sorry. He's also going for the hive. Got a bunch of drones here. Could be sending them somewhere else, but yes, the big transfer to his 4th coming in. Naturally, the gold already saturated. He's been missing quite a few injects, and it'll be interesting to see how that plays out in relation to the rest of the game. But moving out with an almost maxed Roach Infestor push here, has that Overlord with him, will be able to see those DTs. No chance of those really turning the tide. Looks like another engagement, but once again, DMG is going to spend a lot of time running away. Does not get a good concave at all. This is an absolutely horrible way for him to be engaging this. Nice concave there by vGSona, able to clean that up with relative ease. He should be pushing up. There's only 1 row of roaches being able to attack. Not the best, but he's going to be launching in tons and tons of those turns. Not really tons, but you know what I mean. And he's going to be focusing down those stalkers very well. But I think he sniped the Overseer. Yes, the Overseer has been sniped, and this DT may be able to actually wreak havoc and just destroy the rest of this army slowly but surely. Another DT being warped in. 2 DTs. The question is, will they be able to get this off in time? Will they be able to finish in time? Level 3 weapons. Another DT being warped in. Lots of damage dealing potential here, but he does have 10 Mutalisks on the field now. Ling's absolutely denying that 3rd base. He's going to burrow, and he's not going to be able to do much against these 4 Dark Templar. Seeing another nice little bit of a push here. A bunch of Lings running in straight into the main, and these Infestors will be able to fungal those DTs if they get close enough. But the wall-off is complete, and yeah, those DTs are not going to have any problem cleaning up those Lings here. Seeing more Infestors come in, but of course burrow, they can't use the fungal growth, but can be burrowing those as well. Unburrowed Roaches now starting to deal good damage, and the Overseer is back in. GG! DMG, GG's, and it takes a long time to quit. Still hasn't quit. I want to say the game's over, but it kind of isn't. There we go. GG, DMG has lost this game. vGSona is into the next round. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you for the next game in a couple of minutes.